Alright, these are directions for the Save the World Energy simulation. You can see the website here on the top, and then kind of broken down into two sections, these being the types of power and the questions that you need to answer while watching the video. And then on the bottom here, going onto the back side, you have it broken up by country, and you're going to be telling me what types of power are used. So if we go to the website, you'll see here we have the Save the World game. So if we click here, that gets us started. There's some parts that play through a different animation here, telling you how to kind of play the game or play the simulation. You're trying to charge the battery. And we're going to do 7 parts of the world. You can't pause these parts, so you need to make sure that you're watching and listening to each section.
Generators convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. Turbines capture mechanical energy and harness all.
Once you watch through that at least once, then you should be good to go, but make sure you watch it the first time. So now here we start with the 7 regions or the 7 countries. So on the worksheet here, you have the top part is the questions, but you actually have to start with the second part where it has the countries. So here on the bottom, you can see Canada, and then it has types of power used. So if I click on Canada, we get the game here. So you're dragging these different icons to make this battery equal 100% or more. So kind of based on what we know, we have hydropower, geothermal, solar, wind, and tidal. Tidal's one we haven't talked about, but you can probably figure out what that has to do with. So if I move a hydro one into one of these spots here, it says that it's +0, so we know that's probably not the best. We don't want that, so I can actually put it back, get rid of it. And when you're dragging them, they might not line up exactly. So if I wanted to try geothermal here, nope, a 0. But something that might make more sense, tidal, right in the water. If I put that there, I get a +25, so you can see the battery went up. And you want to keep track of how many you're using. So on the worksheet, maybe in this part, you're writing down how many, because it doesn't let you go back, which is kind of a bummer. So maybe there would be some wind. So maybe I put a wind one here. Okay, we got a +20, that's good. Maybe we could have some solar in Canada. We got a +15. I can't use them more than 3 times. So probably another tidal here. Maybe. Now if I try to put this here, that one went in perfectly. Now it said, yay, you did it. Success in Canada. So I would hopefully have written down how many of each I used in this part. If I missed it, if I wasn't sure, what you would have to do is you can't replay it. There's no back button. You'd have to go back through and reload the game here with the Save the World, which is kind of a bummer. So now I'm going to continue on to the title animation, and that is going to refer to the top part here, up here. So that's where I'm going to find the answers to these questions on the tidal power. It goes kind of fast, so sometimes we miss some of them, and again you'd have to kind of click through and replay it. There's no back button, there's no replay. This is where you might want to have your headphones. You can read through some of them, but
tides and currents create mechanical energy. Underwater turbines capture the mechanical energy to generate electricity. Tidal currents turn a power-generating propeller mounted on the seabed. Groups of underwater turbines are built.
So you can hear that part goes through each section. So if I wanted to go back through and play it again, I would have to reload the program again by clicking play and starting over. So it's really important that you're listening and paying attention. And some of these areas you'll have where it'll be one that gets used again. So now here, maybe on the buildings, we have solar. I'm trying to make it so see how it bounced back, but you really think that that's where it goes. You just might have to reposition it, and it's usually where your cursor is that makes it work. So see, that was pretty good. 3 plus 25s. Maybe, well, since we'll see what the wind does. Okay, not bad. But what about a geothermal because of the volcano there? So that's something you want to keep track of. I had 3 solar, 1 wind, and 1 geothermal. And now here it's going to give me information on geothermal. And I would be recording both of those. So I would go on my worksheet to Japan, and I would put in there what I used. So I would have 3 solar, 1 geothermal, 1 wind. And then I would go to my geothermal here and then continue on to the animation so I could answer those questions.
Geothermal energy uses the Earth's heat to create power.
And again, having the headphones helps because some of the questions you won't be able to answer unless you hear what they're saying. So you would work through each of those, go back, replay it if you missed something, if you're not sure, and hopefully it'll be a success for you.